Thursday. My name is Carl Peterson. I'm Credit Suite's content and social media lead, and we are live. So happy to be here. Hope you guys are doing well today. A little bit behind schedule today, but I am definitely glad that you're here. So don't get that confused. Even though I maybe cut you waiting a little bit longer than expected, I'm definitely glad you're here. So today, we are diving into SBA loans, which is just an absolute powerhouse funding option for business owners across various stages, whether you're launching a startup, acquiring a business, or just simply planning for future growth. By the end of this live session today, I hope that you walk away, and I plan on you walking away with a very solid grasp of the SBA loan kind of landscape, if you will, including the benefits and requirements, and also which option may work best for you, which is why you're here, right? You want to know what could work for you. So hopefully, as planned, you walk away from here feeling a lot more confident in the big world of SBA loans. And hey, if you're just coming in or if you're just hanging out, like I've said multiple times, we are live. So if you drop your business name and where it's at in chat, I'll give you a little shout out. I'll keep an eye over there in chat as we continue. But I say we just get right into it. First, why even consider an SBA loan? I thought, this would make a lot more sense, a lot of sense if we started with this. Why even consider it? So SBA loans offer just some of the best terms you're going to frankly find in business lending. It's as simple as that. So these loans come often with longer repayment periods, which means lower monthly payments, which woohoo, that's a big benefit if you're trying to manage not only just a tight cash flow, but just people want low monthly payments. You can ask Walmart and they're going to say, yeah, we'll take the lower over the higher. It doesn't matter where your business is at. Everybody wants to pay less every month. So SBA loans, one of the leading benefits is these longer repayment periods equaling lower monthly payments. SBA loans are also backed by the government, which means lending is way more likely. Lenders are way more likely to approve these loans with competitive rates. So they're ideal for business owners looking to actually secure just affordable financing. So qualification requirements, of course, getting approved isn't, just going to be completely honest here, isn't a walk in the park. Typically, you need to meet three key criterias. Stumbling over my words. We're live. We're here together. We're going to work through it. It's almost Friday. We're doing it. So the three key criteria, there we go, I didn't mess up that time, are number one, good credit, which that's kind of a no-brainer, right? So most SBA loans require a solid personal credit score, and lenders want to see that you're financially responsible. That makes sense to me. Number two is collateral. So for larger loans, you're often kind of need assets to back up that loan, right? This could be business equipment or real estate or pretty much any other valuable items that you have. Obviously, lenders have very, very, very specific criteria when it comes to what these credit scores and collateral amounts actually need to be. But just typically speaking. And then number three is a strong cash flow. Banks just need reassurance that your business actually generates enough revenue to cover loan payments. Again, that all makes sense to me. Some banks may discourage newer businesses from applying for SBA loans, but it's important to remember one key thing, right? SBA loans are available to newer companies too. So let's take a look at some of those options that might work well for startups, but also works well for growing businesses. We're going to touch on two very common types of popular SBA loans. Before I do that, I got to catch up in chat. I said, hey, we're live. Drop in chat where everybody's from and you guys came through. Let me catch up here. So I got Landon Big Chief White and for Landon's White House LLC in California coming over from YouTube. Nice to see you, Landon. Thanks for being here. Hello, Milton. Nice to see you. We have the Thomas G. Letford Incorporated, Rockford, Chicago, Credit Suite partner. Good to see you, Thomas. You got Zachary, Small Biz Heroes, North Carolina, Credit Suite Partner. Man, Credit Suite Partners are coming in hot today. Nice to see everybody. Thanks for hanging out on your Thursday. So, touching on two popular SBA loan types. Number one is these are two that you very likely have heard, but let's just make sure we're on the same page. So, the first one is SBA 7A loan. That is the one that you very much, if you've looked into anything SBA, you have seen that phrase. I guarantee you. So the SBA 7A is just one of the most flexible options for funding just general business purposes, right? So this loan covers needs like hiring, marketing, purchasing inventory, or just simply just even, expanding your business, whether that's a physical location, whether that's technology, whatever that umbrella may be. This is just for general business purposes. Most entrepreneurs do start with the 7A loan because it does provide a significant amount of working capital with pretty manageable monthly payments. Again, we're talking very high level, we're talking very broad and very generalized here. Obviously, it's a case by case basis, in most cases when it comes to this. But typically speaking, a lot of manageable monthly payments are attached to 7A loans. These loan amounts go up to 5 million, making it a pretty strong, obvious choice if you're looking to make substantial investments in your actual business. Imagine you're planning on opening up a second location, or you need to hire more staff, or you just want to launch a new marketing campaign. This SBA 7A could absolutely cover these expenses and also gives your business the financial lift that it needs in that time. The second most common is the SBA 504 loan. I'm sure you've probably seen this too. If you've ever searched anything SBA loan, these two have popped up. I'm guaranteeing it right now. So the SBA 504 loan, on the other hand, is more tailored for purchasing fixed assets compared to the generalized 7A. So if you're eyeing real estate, machinery, or any kind of form of large equipment, this is likely the correct SBA loan for you. So the 504 loan has a slightly different structure. So it involves a partnership between the SBA and a certified development company and your bank. So because of this, the 504 loan is absolutely excellent for purchasing business, business planning for large capital needs. And this loan also tends to have, generally speaking, very low fixed interest rates and longer repayment terms. I mean, when I'm saying longer, think like 25 years, which is a huge advantage for covering these substantial purchases without straining any kind of your finances. Landon, Big Chief White says, hello, I'm a startup. Well, it looks like you're in the right place. I'm glad you're here today. That's the main topic of discussion pretty much. So nice to have you here, Landon. So now that we've covered these big ones, right? These big two, let's talk about some of these lesser known loans that you might want to look up that you may have not even known existed. So number one is just simply microloans. So these are often overlooked, but they can be incredibly useful, especially for startups or a very small business. With a loan maximum of $50,000, the average microloan amount is averaging at about $13,000. So this is ideal if you're just starting and you just want a boost. Microloans are not available through traditional banks, but they are issued through things like nonprofits and community organizations. So if this applies to you, if this lines up to your actual business, this makes sense, right? This does allow for more accessible application processes, I guess is a good way of putting that. And can also be a really great fit if you don't need a huge loan, but do want to cover those initial or smaller business expenses. For example, if you're opening up a small shop and you need funds to buy inventory or pay for that initial rent, a microloan can provide, in most cases, that initial kind of cushion without any sort of overwhelming debt attached to it. Number two, acquisition loans. So the SBA also supports acquisition loans, right? So this can fund typically 80 to 90% of the actual purchase price when you're buying an existing business, which is pretty huge. 80 to 90% is a pretty great amount. A good window to be in, right? For covering that purchase price. And these loans make acquisitions just simply more accessible. Many times you can negotiate with the seller to actually finance the remaining 10 to 20-ish% with a seller held note. And this just simply gives you the flexibility in covering the total cost without needing to come up with any kind of massive down payment yourself. Acquisition loans are beneficial because they allow you to just walk into an established business without kind of depleting your own cash reserve. It's a really solid option if you have found a business that makes sense for your kind of vision and you're ready to take over. Acquisition loans are a really great way to usually start that. And then number 3 is a startup loan. So lastly, let's talk about one that I'm sure you've heard of and seen as well, possibly, but let's dive in a little bit deeper. So, the startup loans typically provide funds specifically, like very, very, very hyper focused on launching new ventures. This amount can be significant, ranging into hundreds of thousands or even dipping into millions of dollars. Obviously, this is all depending on the lender and the nature of your startup. Uh, to qualify for a startup loan, you typically need strong personal finances, good credit, some assets, and oftentimes a high net worth as well. Because you're asking, think about this, you're asking lenders to believe in a brand new concept or idea. They do need to see some sort of evidence that you're financially reliable. Think of it as kind of a vote of confidence, right? If you've done the groundwork, secured a solid business plan, and can also show your commitment to that success, an SBA startup loan could be the green light to bring that idea to life. SBA loans are incredibly versatile if you haven't been able to tell on everything that we've covered so far. And with the right preparation, they can absolutely be accessible to a very wide range of businesses. And again, that's doesn't matter if you're starting out or you're expanding into an enterprise. I encourage you to obviously explore these options, especially if you're seeking out a long-term financing solution with pretty favorable terms. And remember, SBA loans may require effort to actually qualify, but the benefits can absolutely be well worth it. But let's take a step back really quick and actually understand that everything that I just said, every single thing that I just said, absolutely none of it matters if your fundability is not what it needs to be. I said that very dramatic and very slow because you have to catch that. So, I want you to know about our brand new tool. If you've seen recent live streams, we've been talking about this and it's pretty exciting. It's our brand new fundability scan. This thing's incredible. So in 60 seconds, you can see the red flags that lenders see about you and your specific business. This isn't a marketing ploy. This isn't a sales tactic. It literally takes 60 seconds. You can get started at fundabilityscan.com. There'll be a link dropped in chat in just a moment for that. Fundabilityscan.com, or just simply click that link in a moment to get started there. It's exciting to think that you could literally only be 60 seconds away from getting on the right path to funding your business. So definitely take advantage of this because frankly, we spent a ton of time getting it right for you. So definitely check out fundabilityscan.com. There should be a link right now in chat for you to click. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe on whatever platform you're watching us on right now. If you haven't already, what are you doing if you haven't already? We do these streams twice a week. Excuse me, I just hit my mic. I'm just so excited. And we also post content practically every single day. So 2-a-week streams, content practically daily. So we definitely look forward to seeing you more in the community. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend as we start to kind of wrap up this week already. And we'll see you